Making an aluminum heart bar again. Hi, Max. We're going to make an aluminum heart bar. Trying to make this right here. Aluminum heart bar. Out of a piece of this right here. 17 inches. I have made dice. Making the aluminum heart bar. I already told you all that. So yeah, I'm trying to make this shoe right here. It's an aluminum heart bar. for an upcoming contest I have in Chattanooga. So. Got the other part of our part right here. You see what I got here? I'm trying to make this. Step back a little bit. Does that make sense now? I'm going to do this same move right here on the other end. flag up. Now we're going to turn it up like that one, just kind of curve it back around. Take that, swing it around, make our toe bend. Sucker's hot. Almost. Kind of want to get a tad bit more heat on it. That's better. Alright, still got a little bit of raw on my side. There we got a toe bend now. So now we're just going to take it, we're going to scoop this in, scoop the other side in, make them meet in the middle so that we can make this. Weld it right down the middle, down the frog. Why does anybody watch me, man? I'm just a farrier out here making horseshoes and banging on an anvil. Seems entertaining. That is for tennis elbow, lateral epicondylitis. It's a brace. So because of forging, I've got an injury, and this helps this injury. Close. I can make that work. Starting to heal. Half a shoe now. I'm gonna go rasp on it real quick. Turn the other side in now. Give me just a second. Not quite running yet. Puddle, please, puddle. Didn't work. I think my flux is bad. That's what my problem is this entire time. No, I don't own any horses. The E on the column, that's my brand. It's actually a T and an E together. Oh, thank you. No, it's supposed to look more like this. It's not that beautiful. It's rather ugly. This is what it should be. So, let's take a break on this. Apparently I failed on this one too. And it kind of stuck. Tonight's just going to be a night of failures, ain't it? Close to what? Close to finishing? No, that shoe's not going to get finished. So let's do some thumping. Let's make us a roadster. What y'all think of that? Yeah, unfortunately not. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong with that welding aluminum, so we're gonna try making another shoe. So if you want to hang out, cool. If you don't, that's great. I appreciate you stopping by. Anybody left that's still on here? Where's everybody from? I'm not sure what you mean by stumping, buddy. Thumping, no. Thump. We're going to beat on some steel, we're going to thump on it. Hot steel this time. Roadster. We're going to continue to run this branch out, and then we're going to take that material, we're going to turn it up and make our coffee. So the cool part about making steel shoes versus aluminum is I can put this in the fire and come hang out with y'all for a minute. Oh, steel all day long, aluminum sucks. I don't know who you are, you're from a foreign country, but hi. By hand steel, of course. It's just, I mean, yeah, it's soft, but it's just the way it moves. It holds heat longer so you can forge on it longer, but at the same time, it doesn't show color, so you don't know when it gets too cold or too hot. And I figured I knew what you meant. And aluminum just, it doesn't move like steel does, and it shows every little mark you make, so you got to be really controlled with your hammer blows, and you got to be careful when you're hitting on it, you don't thin it out too much. But I mean, it's a good fun practice stuff to work on. Take me a couple weeks to get it right. So my fire is actually propane. It's just a propane forge. Runs off of that tank right there in the back. It's really, that's all it needs is just forced propane. That's the forge itself. It just runs off of the whatever PSI is in the tank. It's got a high pressure regulator, and yeah, that's all the power it has. Yep, propane, LP baby, LP. Yeah, no problem, bud. Getting there, but one more heat. We'll have that caulking put on there. You see it's just turned up like a piece of traction. Nobody knew, just Mr. Rodriguez Mora. I like it. I like it. It's kind of gratifying. It's a lot of work, man. It's one of those things where it's not for the lighthearted. You got to like what you do if you want to be a farrier or a blacksmith. Oh, sorry, miss. Forgive me. What part of Florida, miss? Try setting that sucker down and throwing it out. Southeast, so like Miami, Lauderdale, Palm Beach. I'm right in the middle, so I'm very familiar with all the little areas around there. Where's everybody else from? Why is it just Miss Morena? Homestead, yes. Some of the best farmers markets down there at Homestead. Alright, let's make some noise. Northern Vermont, wow, that's crazy. That's pretty cool. I've got some clients from New Hampshire. They say it's some of the prettiest country out there up there in that area. The mountains and the trees up there are just massive. Well, you don't really shoe cattle, you shoe horses. Back in the day they had oxen, they would shoe those with certain types of like little clogs, but nowadays we just shoot horses. Cattle aren't really shod, but they do. The dairies will occasionally trim their cows when they have infections and stuff. That's what you see a lot on social media. You'll see guys relieving abscesses on lame cattle. What's everybody up to tonight? Share. I'll try to interact. Give you a shout out if I see your name come up. Yeah. Normally, for the last, I don't know, 15 years, my wife and I have gone up to the Smokies to see the color change, the leaf change. But this year it's a little different since that hurricane pretty much wiped out whatever color they had. So we won't be going up there. We're going up to Chattanooga in November, so that'd be kind of neat. One of these days I want to make it up there. I want to see the bays. I want to go out there and go lobstering. I am from Sebring, Florida. Yeah, South Florida. Wow, 114 people, isn't that great? 8 likes. Man, y'all are great. Y'all are awesome. This is something new for me, so I'm enjoying it. Making shorts and videos about my trade. I enjoy this too much. I like shoeing horses a lot. I like making noise with the anvil too. Everybody likes that. I like, thank you. Appreciate that. What brought most of y'all here? Just scrolling? Or did you have like a interest in forging or horses or something like that? Comment below, let me know. Try to turn this thing into a horseshoe. Hang on. I don't like this. Scrolling, yeah. It's pretty cool. It's good stuff. It's interesting too. It's most farriers I know and blacksmiths I know, they have a fascination with the way old things are done. So you'll see a lot of those people, they're into craft shows and Renaissance fairs, rendezvous, things where it's like a reminiscent of the past. People trying to do things the old way and they trying to keep it alive. A lot of people say my trade is a dying trade. You know, farriers and blacksmiths are a dying trade. I'm here to tell you that it's not. It's just as alive today as it was 100 years ago. Yes, I have made several knives. Not as fun as some things. But yeah, I've made a couple. I've got a couple in the works right now. My favorite knife to make is actually a hoof knife. We use it in our trade. We use them to clean out feet. So I've actually got 22 of them sitting up there on the workbench right now. The blades, I just finished those up 2 days ago. They're ready for gluing up handles and sold to the highest bidder. But knives are cool and all. They're a great beginning blacksmith project, but they're just scratch the surface of blacksmithing in general. Back before machinery came around, the blacksmith was like, entire towns were built around a blacksmith, because he would be the guy who would fix your wagon. He was the guy who shod your horse. He was the guy who help fix different metal projects that you might have had. Let's say you had a gate or something like that. Hooks and rings and hardware for the horses' saddles and stuff. That was all made by the blacksmith. So a lot of that stuff is, as it progressed, it got broken up, and then you had artist blacksmiths, you had farriers, you had even veterinarians were actually at one time considered part of the blacksmith and farrier trade. And then sometime around the mid-1800s, they kind of split. But yeah, it's kind of like back in the day where things were done around a mill or a creek so that you can have a mill for making flour. There were entire towns built around having a blacksmith in it. I've been a farrier for 21 years. I started in the fall of 2003. So actually last 2 months ago was 21 years. So 21 years and 2 months. That's how long I've been a farrier. Now, blacksmithing kind of goes hand in hand with farriery. I would say I've been an artistic blacksmith for probably the last 10 years. I spent the first 10 years of my career kind of floating around, just nailing shoes on feet and not really paying much attention. Oh, I didn't come out here till about 7. How long does it take to make the average horseshoe? Well, it depends. If I was in a rush and I was really had to make a horseshoe, I could probably make one in 3, maybe 4 heats. So probably less than 12 to 15 minutes. Farrier, yeah, that's what my job is. I'm a farrier. So the technical job is horseshoeing. Farrier is a little more scientific. Kind of goes back to the old Roman language. I don't remember the whole breakdown of it, but the word was spelled F-E-R-R-A-R, Ferrar, and it was something related to shoeing horses. Yeah. As far as being out here late at night, yeah, I'm practicing for a contest, so I'm I've just been out here trying to practice as much as I can. I got a shoe pile here of shoes that I got to build for an upcoming contest, and so these are just practice shoes, and I figured if I'm going to be out here practicing, I might as well invite y'all along to come hang out and just watch. You know, if y'all like it, great. If you don't, that's okay too. There ain't nothing wrong with it. It's a little bit of something for everybody. wedge on this side and a caulking on the other. They're traction devices, so you can see they kind of stick up. So the idea is for it to have traction. These would have been used on cobblestone roads back in the day. Yes. Yes and no. They make them in different sections. So when I say section, I'm talking about width and thickness. Most of that comes down to application. Really, the only differences in shoes is there's aluminum and steel. But there's always different types. You see, like this shoe right here is called a reining plate. These have been used on a reining horse for sliding. This here is just your standard 3/4 fullered shoe with a toe clip. This is what every horse could possibly wear. And then we have more roadsters. This is a pony roadster. This would have been used as a traction device on a small thoroughbred, something like that would have pulled like a one-person carriage back in the day. Then we have aluminum part bar. This would have been used, now this one's not punched, but this would have been used as a therapeutic application for weight. You would have wanted to keep weight down, use aluminum shoe. Yeah, that pretty much keeps up with it. And then you have what they call here, it's called a double dauber. This would have been used on like a mule. It's got two really big caulkins on it. Those are traction. So when they're walking down roads, they have a lot of traction. So, yeah. As far as a different steel, most horseshoes are made out of just a mild steel, an A36 mild steel. You really don't want to make them out of anything other than that, because if they get too high tensile, too tool steel like, they're brittle, and they actually cause a lot of damage to the horse because they don't absorb concussion. Steel, believe it or not, absorbs concussion at the foot. It actually stops and dissipates concussion right at the foot, where some of those high tensile steels can actually cause vibration up the leg. So just a normal mild carbon steel like you buy at every hardware store. toe clipped hind roadster shoe. Toe clip is what helps hold the shoe on the toe. Traction device in the heels for cobblestone roads. Plane stamp, 6 nail holes. So with that, because I needed that little success, I think I'm gonna wrap it up for the night. So if y'all keep your eyes peeled, I'm sure I'll do more in the next few months. So I appreciate everybody hanging out. I've been on here for an hour and 10 minutes. Wow, that's crazy. So you guys are awesome, great, thank you, and y'all have a good night. Appreciate it.